Hey, and welcome back to the Magic Animal Club podcast with me, Squidoodle,
and me, Stampy.
Yay! We are on Christmas episode. That's the episode. All right.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Squid, before we started, Squid was like, "What number are we on?" I was like, "I don't know. Just don't mention the number, and we'll be fine." Then no one will tell us off.
It's Christmas episode. It's a special.
People will tell us off, Squid. Why are people going to tell us off, Squid?
They will tell us off because we haven't done a podcast in a while.
Yeah, I just went through the Facebook page now, and they're all like, "Where's the podcast? Like, are you still doing the podcast?" Like, sorry, it's been so long. It's all been Squid's fault. I keep trying to get him to do it, but he's been surfing, and he said he doesn't care about his fans anymore.
Wow.
So, sorry, everyone. I tried.
Wow. What's the real reason? What's the real reason?
The real reason why I haven't done the podcast, well, so, because I went away for a week, and so you might say, well, if you're away for a week, why did you miss 3 weeks? Well, because before I went away, we had to stockpile a load of videos, just so we had videos for while I'm away, and we always kind of prioritize videos on our channel. You know, we don't want to be tired doing building time or quest or something, because we just did an hour podcast, and then I was away, so we couldn't do one then. And then when we got back, we were behind on videos, so I had to catch up. So basically, that's the reason why. It's all my fault, but we are back now in time for Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about what's been going on in the big gap between now and 3 weeks ago. So we're gonna give you, we got loads to talk about. I know, well, I think we both have, haven't we?
Yeah, I think probably. I mean, I'm trying to think about it, like it's so long. It's almost a month. I'm sure loads of stuff happened. I'm trying to remember what it was. Obviously, I can talk. There's a few funny stories from my trip and stuff I can share as well. But let's talk about the bigger news first for both of us, because something kind of ridiculous happened a few days ago where, without planning or talking to each other, something happened to us both on the same day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I spoke about it before, so like everyone knew about, like, because I spoke about it in the podcast. I was like, we're getting another dog, and people knew about it, but I did not have a clue that Stamps got a dog or was getting a dog. That was, you know, I was kind of speechless, because every time, like, ever since I've known you, okay, you've always been the guy that kind of wants a pet, but, you know, doesn't want a pet because obviously you're a busy guy and, you know, you travel a lot and stuff like that, and, you know, so I never in my wildest dreams would ever think you would get a dog. What's going on? Come on.
So,
what have you been replaced? Has somebody chiseled your brain out and put someone else's brain in? Like, what's going on?
So I've
Stamps?
always wanted a dog. My entire life, I've always wanted a dog. But as you said, I felt like it didn't make much sense. Like, I'm so busy, I'm traveling. Like, I thought that it kind of just wasn't fair on the dog if I got a dog. Like, getting a cat was fine because, you know, cats are quite independent, and to be honest, we work from home as well, so we do have closer time to spend with her anyway. But Squishy really wanted a dog, and then she was looking up corgis, and she found one that wasn't too far away. It was from like a farm. It was like had really unique markings for a corgi. It was like really like dark. And she showed me the picture, and then she got really excited about it, and then I think it was contagious. I kind of, before even meeting the dog, kind of just fell in love with it just because of how cute it was. And so it kind of happened the same way as when we got Ori. Like, there was never a point where we sat down and said, yes, we're going to get one. It just kind of, the conversation about the dog continued, and at some point it just became, we're getting it, you know, but it was never said. Yeah. And so we contacted them, and we agreed that we were getting the dog, and this was just before the trip, and then we were going to pick her up the day after we got back, and that was kind of what the plan was. And then turned out we're getting one, so we've kind of decided that Squishy has had enough of traveling as much as we are. So she's decided that she's fine, like, because most of the trips I do are kind of like work trips. So she said she's fine staying home for them, so she can look after the dog. So that's not a problem. And then when she goes to events and things, like, I don't really go to events, so I can look after the dog then. So we kind of realized that, you know what, we really want it. Let's just get it. So we got a dog. We got a corgi called Alex.
Ah, what made you get a corgi? Has it always been like one of the breeds you wanted, or what's the thing behind it?
No, like I mean, it's really like it really is basically Squishy's dog. It's the dog Squishy wanted, but like I really like it as well though. That's kind of the way we have. So she just loves corgis. Like they're adorable. The good thing they're not too lively. I mean, they're lively, but like they don't need huge walks all the time. Like, you know, they get tired out pretty quick because they got tiny legs. They can hardly, even fully grown ones really struggle to climb stairs. You know, they're like really weird shaped dogs. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why we ended up getting a corgi. They're cute. They're pretty well mannered. So, you know, we thought she'd be fine.
Well
with
mannered.
Ori. For a dog, good tempered. They always use a napkin when they're eating. So, yeah, that's kind of the reason we went for a corgi. But yeah, so I mean, I knew you were getting a dog, but I didn't know when or anything. But did you get it on the exact same day as me then?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are the chances of that? Because we had Alex, and so we didn't mention it because we wanted it to be a surprise for my family. Because it was the reason we went away was for my birthday, and so when we got back, we were all going to get together, have a curry, and have a birthday meal.
To you.
And so we just wanted my family to come round, and then a dog just comes running in, and they're like, "What?" So we didn't put on social media or really tell anyone that we were getting a dog. And so we had Alex. Then we saw you tweeted about your puppy, and we're like, "What are the chances that we just both get a puppy on the same day?"
I mean, it's really it's quite a rare dog as well. The corgis. I mean, there's not many breeders. Especially around my area that do it. So it's actually a pretty rare breed at the moment. So yeah, you've done well to find one.
Yeah, especially those markings as well, because they normally are that kind of beigey biscuity color, and like our one's kind of. It's got a little light brown, black, and white, and you don't really ever see corgis. And the mum, when we went and picked up the dog, we saw the mum as well, and the mum's completely what you'd expect from a corgi. So it's kind of, we really like the markings. It looks like she's wearing one sock. If you look at her paws, like one paw's completely white and the other one isn't, so it looks like she's wearing a sock, and I find that really cute. So, and she's really nice. Like she's like crazy. So she's really hyper for like an hour, then sleeps for 2 hours. Hyper for an hour, sleeps for 2 hours, while she's a puppy. So it's kind of like non-stop playtime and then just completely out for
just
a
crash.
while. So yeah, that's kind of the way she is. So how's your puppy? So what's your puppy called again? Is it
Cujo?
Cujo. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll explain. Right. So there's an author called Stephen King. I don't know if you've heard of him or not.
Of course.
Yeah, so there is a film called Cujo, and it's about a Saint Bernard that gets bitten by a bat that has rabies. It turns crazy, because obviously it's got rabies, and it ends up it doesn't end up killing anyone, but it ends up terrifying a moment. It was like a family pet, but then he goes wild and then it turns on everyone pretty much. That's the kind of the basic of the film.
And that's the kind of dog you wanted.
But it was Nicole's favorite film of all time.
I was just about to say, is this Nicole's? Because I know she loves monster films and kind of horror and stuff. So I was
it's the same
is this
with
her
Church.
influence?
We got Church because again it was a Stephen King film and a Stephen King book. It's called Pet Sematary, and again it's about a British short hair called Church. And yeah, they basically they kind of live by a busy road, and the cat gets run over, and they end up burying the cat on a burial ground, like a haunted burial ground, and this cat comes back to life, and it's this evil cat. So that's why we got Church. So yeah, we got the whole shabam. But Cujo is it's a really nice dog. He's a Saint Bernard. He's the laziest puppy that I've ever had. Lily was just an absolute horrible puppy. She used to wee everywhere. She used to poo everywhere. She used to eat everything. She used to nip people, and then she just got to one point, and she turned out to be this such a sweet and loving dog after she got out of her her puppy teen stage. But Cujo literally spends 8 hours sleeping. It's just crazy. And normally the dogs don't get with the cats, and he's totally fine. The cats will come up to him and sniff him. He'll just lay there and just won't even move. So he's just such a lazy pup. But No, he's doing really well. He's settling in fine. Marley's a little bit too boisterous for him. Like, Marley's a very, very hyper, energetic dog. Like, even now, he's just so hyper. And, like, sometimes he'll run into people just because he thinks he's a small dog and he's not. So he's been kind of like, being a bit boisterous around him. But, you know, he's going to be bigger than him in a few months, so I
couldn't believe this size. Like I was saying to you just before we started, like I think he's bigger than like what Alex is going to be when she's fully grown. You know?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 11 weeks.
Okay. Alex is 8 weeks. Alex is a little bit younger, but still.
Still, yeah. He's a very, very big breed, but he's such a baby. Like we took him to the garden centre, and he wouldn't walk. He'd outright
I saw the picture of you
walk.
Carrying him.
I had to baby him. I lifted him up and his head was on my shoulder and he just went to sleep. So I was like walking around the supermarket with this big giant baby and everyone was like, oh, why is he not walking? I was like, he just refuses to walk. He just doesn't want to walk. So
they really are just like babies, aren't they? Like I didn't realize, even like the noises they make as puppies, they're really just like, they just sound like just babyish noises.
But he's gonna be, as I say, he's gonna be a really big dog. But they're called nanny dogs because they have such a really like good temperament. Like you can annoy them and they'll just take it on the shoulder.
And that's what we got him for. Something to annoy.
Just to annoy him.
Oh, I wish we had something to poke.
Well, my brother was getting tired of me poking him, so we had to get another dog. So yeah,
a replacement.
Yeah, but he can get anywhere between like 10 and 18 stone.
That's crazy.
When he's older. So it's crazy. But it's good. It's pretty insane though. How's yours getting along with the cat? With the Ori? Has it gone well or?
Yeah, now they are. So at first, so it's funny because like Alex is so useless. Like Alex can hardly even like walk without stumbling over and running into things. It's literally just bumbling around like hyper.
They can't control the feet when they're that age.
Yeah. And so it's like the most harmless thing in the world. But Ori is terrified of her, which is funny because Ori is, you know, like so fast and has claws. You know, Ori shouldn't be the one scared of Alex.
Yeah.
You know, Alex has no fear. So at first, Ori was scared and just really defensive. So, you know, like Alex would like run up to her, like, you know, wanting to play and be best friends. And then Ori would like back off and like hiss at her. And like, you know, we're not used to hearing Ori hiss. So that was that stuff. But then I think that like we got like a playpen for Alex, so there can kind of be a barrier between them. And so we kind of got used to having just us all chilling out in the same room, like Alex in the pen going crazy, but then separated from Ori. And so Ori could go up and have a sniff and be close. And so now they seem fine. Like they can be in the same room together fine. Like if Alex is on our lap, like Ori will come and sit next to us. But like we always got to be holding Alex or Alex behind a pen because we know that if we weren't there to hold her back, Alex would like run and like pounce on Ori or, you know, like bite her and stuff. And because Ori's still scared of her, like Ori might lash out. So we just basically, we're not going to let them be in a room together properly until Alex has kind of grown up a little bit and calmed down. So
yeah,
but then,
they're
fine now. Well, I was worried at first when I heard like Ori literally like hissed and like growled and stuff. I'm like, Ori, you don't do that, you're like the perfect cat. But yeah, like I can understand why.
Oh yeah, because it's like cats are so like, you know, they kind of judge each other, and if dogs see like a cat, they're just like, oh, a new playmate, and then they run up like expecting it to play like another puppy would, and it's like, nope.
And it's Ori's territory. Like the house is Ori's, you know, she's the only animal, you know, apart from the bird. Like she's the, you know, she's the ruler of the animal kingdom inside of the house. And suddenly there's this other little barky, yappy, runny thing that's running around the place in her territory. So I think that might be part of it as well.
But cats think they rule people as well. They think it's their house.
And she's the leader of the house. So I think, but they're going to be fine though. So, I mean, we've pretty much got Alex potty trained. Well, just before the podcast though, I went to go and take her outside to go to the bathroom, but then we got to the front door, I put her down to open the door and she wet herself. So but apart from then, she's pretty much potty trained. She can sit and she comes and comes, she can play fetch. She sits pretty much every time. She's learning like down. So we're kind of getting there with the training. She like play bites a lot. So we're kind of trying to just, Yeah. So we've been watching like tutorial videos in terms of like, you know, how to kind of stop them, you know, biting, you know, not biting, like she's not biting down, but just putting her mouth around everything. So we're trying to stop her doing that at the moment. But yeah, she's like super friendly. Like the second you walk into a room, she just sprints up to you and is jumping up, trying to lick your face. You know, she's a dog, you know, like Ori is a very affectionate cat, but she's still a cat, you know, it is a different, you know, Ori's level of affection is, you know, at some point in the morning, I know she's going to wander in and sit on my lap for 20 minutes and then wander off. You know, that's the way she shows affection. Whereas Alex just, you know, wants to jump on you.
Yeah, like dogs want to give affection. Cats like to take affection, sort of.
Yeah. I'll allow you to stroke me now. Yeah. That's the way they show affection.
Nice. It's good. I'm still in a bit of a shock, to be honest. But
So am I. So I'll be honest, Squid. I am a little bit as well because it was so sudden. Like it wasn't like a big long-term plan thing. But as you said, corgis are quite rare, and we found this really nice one, and so we were like, we've got to get it. Otherwise, we're going to lose it. You know, like one like that would go pretty soon. So it was kind of. It was almost an impulse purchase to get a puppy for Christmas.
So is that it now? With pets for a while?
Yeah, I mean the hippo we're getting next month, but after that we said we're done for animals.
Are you weighing up another dog, or are you gonna stick with the one?
I was fine at cat.
He was fine with just an Xbox.
yeah. There's a game called Nintendogs on the DS. I don't know if you played it.
He was fine with that.
Yeah, you can't smell any of the poo. It's absolutely incredible. No real training required. I strongly recommend it for anyone considering getting a pet. But no, I love Alex. But anyway, this isn't the pet cast. There are other things going on as well. So kind of, what else have you been up to in the last 3 weeks? A lot of progress being done on the house?
Ash has moved in now. He's got his own room office. That's all done. He's pretty much ready to move in, to be honest with you.
Are you recording from there yet?
No, I'm not recording from there yet because I mean, you know, I can just wake up and just record from my office at the moment. Like I haven't moved any of my office over there, so I'm quite happy just to go over there if I want a little bit of a break, and if I want to do any recordings with Ash, I can just go over there and spend like the afternoon there and just chill out and then come back home when I need to. So it's pretty much done. Everyone's going to be moving in properly after Christmas. So that should be really, really cool. Still need to do like a vlog to show everyone around. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed. Everything's gone really well. We managed to get the internet in finally. Not the super fast one, but it's still like a really good super fast. Well, the business lines are going in after Christmas, so that should be pretty awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much been about it, to be honest with you. There's an update coming out in January for the Keepy Ducky game. We toyed over like spending a lot of time trying to do like a Christmas update, but then it put like a halt on this really big update that we're working on, which is like gonna add like a whole different like game, not sort of like game, but a different mode to it to make it more of a like a story mode and less of just a high scoring. We're kind of working on a massive update that's gonna take a couple of months, so we kind of wanted to focus on that instead of just spending time doing a couple of Christmas skins and a couple of Christmas levels. So we've basically put the Christmas stuff on hold, but yeah, working on that for January, which should be really awesome. So yeah, it's all looking good. It's all going good. What about you? I know you went on the trip, but I didn't know if you were just like a birthday trip, or was it business, or what was it about?
Well, it was the first trip that Spacey and me have gone on for, which was like only for fun, rather than more like there's a lot of things like the trip to Minecon, it was fun, but it's still kind of connected to YouTube and stuff as well. So we went to Las Vegas. We didn't mention that we were going there because like the thing is, when you say you go to Las Vegas, everyone thinks like, oh, you're gonna be drinking and gambling and all crazy nice, but the thing is, like, we don't really drink, and like neither of us gambled. So like it was kind of we did like the nerdiest trip to Las Vegas ever. So we went. There's like loads of crazy arcades there, and there's like this place called the Pinball Hall of Fame, which is like 100 pinball machines. So we went there. We went to a bunch of magic shows. All right. And so we had like the probably a weird trip. And also because the time difference, the jet lag, we kept waking up really early. Like we were getting up and like leaving the hotel at like 6 a.m.
Oh, wow.
because of the time difference. To us it was in the middle of the afternoon. So we kept waking up really early and we'd be like, oh, we should stay asleep. We're like, we just can't. We're just completely awake. We've got to go out. So we'd wander around like really early. It would get to like 9 p.m. and we'd be all sleepy like that. Most people are getting up in the middle of the day and like ready to go out on the town. And we're like, let's go for a nap. So it was a very tame trip to Las Vegas. But it's cool though because one of the main things we went there for was to see Penn and Teller, who do you know Penn and Teller?
Yeah, they're quite obviously been around for ages. The illusionists / magicians.
Yeah, like they're kind of like comedy magicians, and I'd been watching. Yeah, they've been around forever, and so I'd been watching them for ages. So I was really excited to see them. And as we were going in, like Squishy lost her. Like I was buying drinks, and Squishy lost her purse, and she said that she thinks she lost it at the merchandise stand when she was looking there. And so we had to go and look for her merchandise. And then there was this woman that kind of said like, "Oh, follow me." And then turns out she hadn't lost her purse, but we were actually going backstage to meet Penn and Teller because Penn's kids are fans, and Squishy had helped organize she had been messaging them and like helped organize to just go and meet them before the show. So before the show, we went and met them, had pictures with them, and got to chat to them for a bit. And it's always funny when it's like you're meeting someone whose kids are fans, because they're kind of fanboying a bit over you, and then I'm fanboying over them. And like I've had that a few times, like meeting, like kind of celebrities where you're excited to meet them, and then they're like just as excited to meet you, which always
it was like
always
Steve
feels
Carell
weird.
at Minecon. It was like that. I was like,
exactly like that. When Steve Carell's excited to meet us, we're like, what? You're like a Hollywood star. Like we play video games. What are you on about? So that was really cool. We saw another show called Piff the Magic Dragon, which is another comedy one, and then like some variety shows. But then we just wanted just to see it, really. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. It was for my birthday, so I actually had my birthday on the plane on the way back, just because of the way the timing worked. But Squishy snuck a bunch of presents in the suitcase, and so it was really good fun. It's like it's like I probably wouldn't have wanted to spend more time there than we did. Like I felt like we saw a lot. Like it's not really for us. Like it's not our kind of entertainment. Like the majority of it. Like I just don't even get gambling. Like I don't know. I just think I'd find it really boring. So we didn't do any of that stuff. But it was just seeing the shows and like the arcade and just like some of the buildings. Like they're all stupid. There's like the big fake Eiffel Tower and the big fake pyramids. They're all just like silly kind of cheesy tacky buildings, but they're still just quite impressive to see anyway.
Are you going to reveal how old you are, Stams, to everyone, or are you going to keep that?
I am. I'm 16. I'm 16 as of
like
last week.
Day over 20, mate.
16. I don't know. Maybe I had 10 years or so on, but but that was really good fun. And then obviously coming back, kind of really behind on videos and trying to get stocked up ready for Christmas, because we're going to be going up to see Squishy's parents the day before Christmas Eve. So we're going to be up there, and then obviously Christmas Day we're going to be having off and stuff. So I'm kind of just trying to get covered for videos over the Christmas season. So kind of just recording like crazy at the moment, while also having a brand new puppy. So that's what my life's at the moment.
It's all going on, Stamps. It's all going on. It's
all happening, crazy. Squid. All of it. It's all happening right now. Look at it. Look at it happening.
Look at us go. Oh, dearie me. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to the new year, but it doesn't... Do you know when you like... The year's coming to the end and you don't feel like it's been like a full year. Like I still feel like we could be in July. Like I don't feel like I've had a full year. I don't know why.
Years do just go quicker now than they used to.
Yeah.
Years used to last ages. Years used to last for a year. Now they don't. Now they last for like
about 6 months.
Yes, about 6 months. Yeah, they've halved. Years are shorter now. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, do not like it one bit. I was like, you went to your trip. You got a puppy. Anything else? Anything else we've missed? Can you think?
Probably, but it's been so long. It's pretty tough. I mean, I started. I've been continuing Pokemon Moon. I started my Let's Play on The Last Guardian, and that was a bit of a kerfuffle as well, because before So I knew when the release date for the game was. All of the trailers said the release date of the game. I didn't realize that the UK had a different release date because I hate the fact that games still have different release dates in different regions. It doesn't happen as much, but because everything's advertised online, like it's advertised everywhere. So it's always annoying when, you know, like they don't say this is the date in all the different countries. They just say whatever date they want. So it turned out that the game was releasing the day I left to go to Las Vegas. And so I had to wait up until midnight the night before to download it and then play it like at midnight before I left the next morning to go. So that was a bit of a crazy,
That's
and then edit it
dedication.
and upload it and get them all online as well. So that was a bit of an ordeal, but I've been
I've
enjoying
seen a lot
the
of
game
people
so
cover
far.
that. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm really surprised because like it's not going to be a hugely popular game. Like I did videos on like Ico and the Shadow of the Colossus, which are like the games that came before it, and like no one else really did Let's Plays on them. Like I'm sure there's a few online, but no like huge YouTubers did Let's Plays on them. But then this game, like loads of people seem to be doing videos on. I was kind of expected it to be just me.
It does look really good though. I'd say I saw the trailers ages ago, but yeah, it looks pretty amazing.
It took 10 years to make it, so
Wow.
you'd hope so.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, like it's in some ways it's really, really good, and in some other ways it's really, really bad. Like it's kind of like it's not good in every single way. Basically, like the art style's amazing. Like the big dog, cat, bird thing that you've probably been seeing, like that looks really cool. The animation's really good. But some of the game design's a bit messy, and like the way you control the big dog, cat, bird thing is basically you just like call it and like point it to go in directions, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes like I think I'm stuck, but just the dog, cat, bird thing just won't do what I want to do. And some people say it's good, it makes it feel more like a real animal, but I just think that it's a bit frustrating when you're trying to solve a puzzle, but you'd actually solved it ages ago, but the dog, it just isn't doing what you want it to do. And then also like the frame rate like stutters like awful. It's bad. Like the game runs really badly and the camera's bad. So it's got that technical stuff, but when it all works, when it all clicks into place, it's incredible. Like there's a few moments and just scenery, just you're like exit a door and be on a balcony and you're like, wow, like this looks like no other games that are coming out right now. You know, after playing Battlefield and Call of Duty and all the new shooter and, you know, all of these games that you've seen so many times, it's just such a nice, like, it's just refreshing to play a game with such a unique style and to be taken off into a completely different, you know, fantasy world, and there's pretty much no dialogue in it, and it's just you exploring this mystical place with your big pet. Like, it's such a nice, like, breath of fresh air.
I just want to talk about dialogue for a minute, actually. Well,
Pokemon! Pokemon!
Yeah,
we like to talk about Pokemon.
I'm glad that I couldn't get a DS that recorded because, oh my. Yeah. I kind of played it for about 5 hours and I was still surrounded in like dialogue, and I was like, I am so glad that I didn't record this. So I just want to hear your, like, how are you doing? How are you surviving at the moment recording Pokemon Go?
For me, for my videos, I love doing all of the voices. Like, I've come up with voices for all of the characters. So for me, a lot of the fun of the Let's Play, and judging by the comments, a lot of people like as well. Like, I get a lot of parents that say, like, have messaged me from when their kids are watching, say that they're enjoying my voices as well. And I got that as well in some of my other Let's Plays where I've done voices. So in terms of the video, it's okay, because that's the time for me. Because, like, there's one person who's just like the rival character. Like who's just really overly excited. So whenever I do him, I'm just like screaming. Then there's like the Team Skull, the baddies, who are all like, yo, what's up, yo, still ya Pokemon. So I love doing their voices as well. It's just really silly. So yeah, but in terms of game design, it's really bad. Like it just, like they explain everything that they don't need to explain. Like I like you, I kept expecting at some point them to take the leash off and say, right, just go out and explore, get your Pokemon, you know what you need to do. But they don't. They keep, every time you get to a new area, someone pops up and has to explain everything to you again, or just blubber on about something. And it's bad. Like, it's like, some people might like it, I'm sure. Like, you look back at the first Pokemon games and there's probably too little story. In this one, there's still not much story, but it's just people talking at you like so long, and it's boring. Like, I think it's bad game design, but it's very, a lot of it feels much more like a Japanese RPG. A lot of Japanese RPG, not all of them, I know that, but most of them are very dialogue heavy. And there's a lot of talking. Whereas you look at the biggest, Western ones, you look at something like, I don't know, Fallout or something, and it's a lot of like you exploring, I look at Elder Scrolls or something, there's talking, but it's when you're meeting someone and they're explaining a mission and then you go off, there's not, every time you walk into a town, there's not someone running up to you saying, did you know that this town used to be here? And then if you go to this place, you can do that. And if you press the B button, you can press it to do this. But did you know about, they don't do that. So yeah, but despite that, I'm still enjoying the game. Like I'm enjoying the game despite of it.
Are you enjoying the game recording it? Or do you think you'd enjoy it more if you just could just sit down and just play it? Like, is it... I
think I'm enjoying it a lot more recording it. I think if I was just playing it and I was just reading it, like, I think I wouldn't even read half of it. I think I'd skip most of it. But because I'm reading it and doing the voices and, like, trying to make, like a show out of it, I guess, I think that is probably where a lot of my fun of the game's coming from. Also, a big problem for me, though, is I'm dyslexic, so I really struggle with a lot of, like... a lot of the words and the names, like a lot of the Hawaiian sounding names, like words I don't come across normally. Like I struggle to read a lot of them. So I'm also very conscious that I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of things the whole way through, and people have commented about that as well. So that is kind of one of the irritating things just for me, but whatever.
So like, I mean, how many parts do you think you're going to do on that?
I think we might beat 100. I think we might get over 100.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
I do long let's plays. Like that's fine. Like I do. It's not good. It's not good for YouTube. It's not good to get views. You want to do big one-offs if you want to get views. But like I'm having fun. Like I was going to play the game anyway. As I said, I'm probably having more fun recording it than if I was just playing it. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to stay with it for the entire journey and are going to watch for every episode. And for them, the experience they're going to get from seeing it from the very beginning to the end, is different than what someone's going to get for watching, a one-off 10-minute montage of like funny moments, from some mini game they're playing. It's a completely different type of video. It's a story. It's Pokemon story, and I'm going to add as much to it as I can from me. But it's really experiencing Pokemon story with me.
That's cool, man. That's good. Have you started anything else? I wonder if you started the Last Guardian. So do you do
so Last Guardian. So what am I doing? I got King's Quest. I'm on the final chapter of that. I just brought my channel up to remind myself. Still doing Skylanders Imaginators. I'm being attacked by a something. What's that? Oh, it's a skeleton. Anyway, still doing drawing to the end of Yokai Watcher as well, and then that's it in terms of non-Minecraft things that I'm doing on my channel.
So you do like a Minecraft and a non-Minecraft every day then?
Yeah, so I don't always. At the moment I am, just because I'm doing so many other games. Like I'm doing 2 videos every day. Normally I do Minecraft every day, other video, probably about like just over every other day. But at the moment I'm just doing 2 videos a day just because like, The Last Guardian's going to be a long series. Pokemon's a long series. Yokai Watch was a long, there's a lot of long series. I'm still doing Roblox as well every now and then, just kind of popping them out. Kind of when I find an interesting map. I tried doing some Christmas Tycoons. I recorded like several Christmas Tycoons, but I think I've kind of got bored of doing videos of the Tycoon one, so I don't think I'm going to upload any of them. I don't know, maybe I can upload them unlisted and send them just as soon as I've recorded them already. Like the videos went fine, but I'm just like, man, that was
Is it because you've sat on them too long?
No, like I only recorded them the other day, but like straight after them I was just on the fence like, I don't know, I think they were quite funny, but I don't know, it just didn't seem very interesting. So I did the normal elevator just went up, and then there's another, what was it called? There's a really weird one, which has been my favorite thing I've done in Roblox so far. And it doesn't even seem like Roblox. What's it called? Let me just get it up. It's called Blammo. Have you heard of Blammo?
No.
So it's a game called Blammo, and it's just you just walk around and look at things, and it's just really weird. Like you don't look like your character, you look like a weird creature, and it's kind of a bit difficult to control. You kind of like, where you can control your legs and body separately. Think kind of like a less hardcore version of Octodad, I guess. So it's kind of like that.
Okay.
And you just walk around and talk to characters, and they say weird things, and you keep riding a train that takes you to new places, and it's just a bizarre experience. But they managed to make a unique art style within Roblox, and it's one of the few things I've played where I was like, this is an original new thing. This isn't just another version of a game I've seen before, or just like Pokemon Go in Roblox, or this game in Minecraft, or Hunger. Like everything just seems to be a version of something else or like inspired by something else.
Like
And this is one of the first things where I was like, this is someone who's just come up with a cool idea and was able to make it in Roblox. So yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't played it for a while. I've gone kind of on and off. I think I played like a lot, and then I was like, right, I'm gonna move on to something else. But yeah, I do like it. I do like the game. It's a really good game.
Yeah, like I'm doing about one a week at the moment. I think kind of just. I'm not like ever forcing any. Like I'm kind of just only doing the ones I want. There's a lot of ones people suggest to do, but I'm just like, everyone does those ones, and like I don't really want like murder mystery and stuff. I'm just like there's enough videos of murder mystery on Roblox and like I don't need to add to that pool. I think like there's plenty there. Like I'm just gonna find some different ones. But what about you? Because you've been really. I saw a tweet from you I think it was yesterday saying about like you've only got one Minecraft series now, and it's like. I guess that's building time, but like you do all the other games and they do even better than Minecraft in terms of views.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like I'm not like being the kind of guy that's kind of just solely focusing on views and stuff like that. But I think it's just because like we've done so much Minecraft over the years, and I've just kind of restricted my channel to that. And now I feel like I've opened it up, and I'm doing like I had my Squiddy Players channel, which was fine, and then I had to cut down on that because everything was going on with the officers. So I kind of moved some of the games that I was doing over to my main channel because I thought, I'm enjoying them, just as much, if not more, when recording these games than I am Minecraft. I might as well, if I think it's a really funny video, then I want people to see. So I kind of brought some of the games over. People seem to really enjoy them, so I've just kind of stuck with them, and they're just getting like so much more of reception than my normal Minecraft stuff. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm in kind of a weird place on my channel at the moment, but like I'm just kind of rolling with it because people seem to like it and I'm liking it, so it's kind of one of them things. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird. So I'm doing kind of like Scrap Mechanics. Scrap Mechanics has always been it was kind of like the game on the side that I do as well as Minecraft, and then it's kind of taken over my channel, and that's kind of like my main sort of game that I play at the moment. Like I have a lot of series. I still do like a creation, so there's like a community section on Scrap Mechanics where people upload the builds and you can download them and you can play with them, and I kind of review people's builds, and we have like a lot of fun doing that. And then I think it was what me and you did at the beginning. We did like a versus of a challenge, so we get a topic, we'd get it'd be me versus Ash, and we'd do like a certain challenge, and we've done that for a while, and we thought, well, why don't we invite like experts, people that actually can build really well.
And that's when you asked me, wasn't it?
Yeah. But Stamp said no, he's too busy. So
still undefeated yeah, with that, by the way. I beat you with that challenge. And then stop playing. That was the smart thing to do.
100% record. I'll stop now. But yeah, so we have like random experts that watch our videos because they like it, because we give them credit for obviously their really good builds, and then we kind of face off against them, so the audience really like that. So yeah, we do kind of them 2 a week, and then other than that, I just do like a Minecraft video, and then just some trending games that I just like to play, something new, something a breath of fresh air. And people seem to like it, so I'm kind of happy. Because at one point you kind of get worried. You're kind of like, well, are people just watching me because of Minecraft, or are people watching me because of me? And as soon as I made like the switch to other games, I realized that people want to see me because of me. They don't really care what I'm playing, and it's just kind of really nice to see. So yeah, I'm really happy where I am at the minute. It's good. It's really good.
That sounds good to hear. Like, because like you see a lot of comments at the moment saying, "Oh, Minecraft's dying. Like it's, I think it's kind of beyond its peak. Like, I think if you look at the sales of the game and like the views that people are still getting, I think it's far from saying that it's dead or whatever. But like, do you like see noticeably like Minecraft's popularity going down?
Yeah. I do, but I'm not saying it's dead. It's far from the game is nowhere near dead. The game obviously is still going as well as ever. I think it's just because the game it might be slowing down on YouTube in terms of people watching it. It doesn't mean the game's dying because it's really not. But in terms of like for me, for my channel, I've done a lot of it. I'm not saying I'm quitting it. I'm going to quit Minecraft forever. Like I'll after building time, we'll do something else to replace it. I know we mentioned about picking challenges back up. So it'll never completely, because it's always been a part of my channel. It's what kind of got my channel off the ground, and so yeah, it's always got a place in my heart. So I just think in YouTube, I think it's just because people have done so much on it. Like there's so much Minecraft content on YouTube at the minute. I just think people want something different. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about it? Like, how's it been on your channel? Have you seen any difference? Is it,
Yeah, like I mean, my views are nowhere near what they used to be. Like just across the whole channel. Like, but Minecraft's always been my best thing. Like, I mean, I'm a bit weird because most of the other games I choose to play like aren't normally very popular games. Like I pick weird game, things like King's Quest or The Last Guardian, or like when I did like Ni no Kuni and stuff, like they're games that I know aren't going to be very popular, but I want to play them, and so might as well do the series on them. So because of that, Minecraft's always been my big thing. Like, so even though I am a variety channel, like I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber, like people always think of me in that way because I've never had another really popular series. I mean, Roblox does well, but that's I kind of put that in the same category as Minecraft in a way, in terms of the way that kind of grabs views for people. So I mean, like I've seen my videos drop in popularity, and I think that me kind of sticking with the channel the way I'm doing things, like that's just gonna keep going. But I think I'm okay with that. Like I think that's fine. Like I've never changed the type of stuff I do since I've started, and to stay current and big on YouTube, you have to adapt, and you need to, see the trends, and you need to, keep innovating and doing things new, and, trying out things, and, staying ahead of the curve and ride the wave and all of that stuff. But I'm just not interested in doing that because, like, I've been able to do YouTube the way I did it as a hobby before it was a job. And so I just want to carry on doing it that way, and just ride it out for as long as I can until I become irrelevant, and then I can, do something else. So, like, I think I'm probably different to, some YouTubers in that way where, people are kind of looking at what's popular and, adjusting. And I know it's different for me in terms of like, I don't need to be view counting to pay the bills at the moment, just from, I got enough of a buffer. Like it's not, I'm not worried about starving, I guess, at this point. So I guess at that level, it is different, but, I'm lucky to be in a position that I can just do what I want at this point. And so, there's people that still like what I'm doing. And, I'm kind of just trying to push things further for what I can do in Minecraft in terms of not even in case of like, the things I'm building are better or crazier. Just the fact that I've built so much and I've designed so many mini games. Every new one I design is kind of getting more unique because I've done everything obvious. Like all of the obvious mini games you could think of, like I've done. So now I'm having to just get more and more inventive just to keep doing something new. So that's kind of the fun challenge for me at the moment. And then the Stampy shorts and stuff as well added on top of that. But yeah, I can see kind of Minecraft dipping and that dip continuing. But I can imagine it growing as well in the future. I can imagine it kind of going up and down a little bit. Like I think it's going to stay relatively popular for a really long time, and it's going to have dips and falls, and it's kind of just going to be riding that, I guess.
It's like a yo-yo.
What about just YouTube in general? Because everyone's been going like crazy talking about YouTube, and YouTube's broken, or YouTube's it's ruining people's channels and it's not working and all of this. And there's like, everyone's always kind of saying different things and no one seems to really agree what's wrong. I think a lot of people have just seen their views going down and said, look, my views are going down. YouTube's broken, and there is some stuff which you can see has changed.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff, but I don't think like... I think a lot of people are blowing it out of the water. Like, some people are blaming it just because... they might not be relevant anymore, and they're just kind of taking it out on YouTube. Like, oh, look, it's YouTube's fault. I'm not getting the views that I used to. It's like, well, no, that's just, your content. That's just because that's YouTube. It's happening. But I do agree that some stuff has happened. Like, I'm not saying that, I'm saying that some days, like the past week or the past, week and a half, 2 weeks, there has been days where views have stuck. Like, you've probably seen it. but it did correct itself out eventually. But I don't think that it's, I don't think that there's that many problems. And I know that some people say like, oh, I've been unsubscribed to some people's channels, but I think that's happened like a lot anyway.
Yeah, that's always been a problem. Like I've been unsubscribed to people's that I still watch like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like, but that's not a new thing. That's just YouTube.
No, that's been around for a while.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem to be what people are talking about. Like, I think I hate the way that the homepage is now. Like, I think the homepage should be like, I've subscribed to this person. I want to be notified when their content comes up. I hate the fact that you got to like subscribe twice. You got to subscribe once, and then you got to do it again to be notified for everything. I'm like, if you're subscribed, send that stuff. But at the end of the day, you can see what YouTube are doing. You can see, they are looking at things that you're actually watching. They want to make sure you're watching YouTube for as long as possible. They're focusing less on views and more on watch time now. They're trying to be TV, basically. So I can kind of see why they're doing it. And I think they're putting a lot of focus on growing smaller channels, rather than focusing on established channels and people being able to see their content. But I don't think there's necessarily like a big glitch that people are talking about, but I don't know. Like it seems like there have been a few little issues, or not issues, but just like a change in the algorithm, and everyone's kind of I think a lot of people are kind of use that as, making it bigger than it really is. Like I always say that if someone loves your videos and really wants to watch them, like they're going to seek them out anyway, whether they're subscribed or not. If people really love your videos, they're just going to search for you and they're just going to watch your videos, and YouTube can't stop that, unless they're literally not counting views, or, it completely goes down. And I know that is probably a bit of a silly thing to say because, people might need to be reminded, and then for people discovering your videos, getting on the trending page is, a big thing, I guess. But I don't know, like it does seem to be a big thing. I was just kind of curious to see whether you've seen it impacting you at all, or whether you think it is.
But it has impacted me, but it hasn't impacted me like making videos. Like people can complain, but at the end of the day, you're still gotta, if you're still gonna make videos, like I don't see, if you stop uploading, it's just gonna make things worse. Like you might as well just get on with it. Everyone's going through the same thing.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. If it's just bad on YouTube, it's like where are the views going? Like they're not. Like I don't think there's less people watching YouTube. Like the views are going somewhere. Like they're watching someone. So
they're off on holiday.
Yeah, everyone went to Vegas. The views are just being distributed a little bit different, I guess. Anyway, let's go to the Facebook. I had a little glance through in between the messages of people telling us off for for missing a few weeks. I got quite a good one here, which has a Squiddy tip and a Stampy tip in. So this is from Cassie Howell. And they say, hello, I have some tips to ask. In brackets, please notice me. So there we go. I did notice you. Right. Let's start with the old Squiddy tip then. So she asks, how do I get my dog to open the fridge, grab a soda, and bring it to me? In brackets, at my school, we have a disabled teacher whose service dog can actually do that for him, which sounds incredible.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've actually seen stuff online of like, like lazy dads that come home from work and they'd want like a drink out of the fridge and the dog would actually go and get it. So you can't actually do this. This could be a good answer. But yeah, I kind of want to be like, is this weird that I kind of want to answer this seriously?
No, do it. Do whatever you think's right for the tip.
I kind of feel like if you want to do it, then like I reckon you should start off with, first of all, getting your dog to go to the fridge on command. So maybe when you maybe like sit him across the room, okay? Then call him over. When he comes over to the fridge, then give him a treat, and then maybe like associate that movement from a certain part of the room to the fridge as like a word. And then you could do it in like stages. And then when you've like mastered that, because it's just like, like sit or paw or a command. When they've done that, then maybe tie like a rag or a cloth to the fridge door, and maybe get them to like bite it and like pull back, like play with them. And when they do that successfully, maybe give them a treat and then like associate that with the word, and just do it in stages. Just build it up. I reckon this you could do it. Like possibly do this. I don't know how.
Alex.
It takes a lot of training.
Make me a cup of tea, Alex.
But yeah, dogs are incredible. If you have the patience, you can literally teach them like anything. So yeah, give it a go. Train your dog. Let me know how it goes. Next week's podcast or whatever, if we do one next week, let me know how it goes. I want some feedback. Try and teach it just to walk to the fridge, okay? And let me know how it goes. All right.
Okay, that's your homework, Cassie. And anyone else with a dog or any animal, I don't know, like a gerbil or something, you want to try and teach it to do the same? Then
can you imagine carrying a drink on a gerbil?
Like an ant carrying a leaf, just like balancing on its back. Like, yeah, I got you your soda.
Yeah. Oh dear. So what's the Stampy one then?
Okay, and the Stampy tip's a serious one, and the tip is, or the asking for a tip is, me and my dad always argue, other than the fact that I have the teenager curse, the curse in which all teenagers decide to be jerks to their parents and rebel and think the whole world's against them, even with the knowledge that it's a curse and can't avoid it. We have polar opposite personalities. I love my father to death. I just can't stop getting angry and arguing with him. Any tips on how to keep a level head in these situations, or how to deal with people who have personalities that just don't go well with yours? So, good question. Really good question. We haven't been asked kind of really anything similar to this in the past. So everyone knows about the teenager curse. I'm sure some of you listening to this are in it. Some of you might be about to be in it, and some of you might have come through the other side. And it's weird because, I don't know, maybe you feel differently, Squid, but when you were a teenager, and there were times when you were being a bit stroppy, like, you realise, it's not like you don't know, isn't it? You realise afterwards that, you know, you acted, but even though I think I was pretty good overall, but, you know, there's times when I'll say something and I'll be like, like, you don't know anything. And then, like, I'll leave and I'll be like, why did I say that? Like, I didn't, why have I been so mean? Like, you do notice, don't you? Is that just me?
I think it's when you get older, you realise as well, like, I don't know if I should say this, but like, especially at the moment, like, my girlfriend's brothers are like that kind of age, and they're like really cheeky, and like I can remember being in that stage, and I was like, I was that, and you know, I was that guy to my family. I was stroppy, I was moody, and it's like now I'm so calm, and like, you know, obviously your hormones calm down and stuff like that, and you realise like, why did I say that? Like, what? Do you know what I mean? You have like, if you see someone else doing it, you kind of feel like, you feel bad. You're like, well, I was kind of mean to my parents. Like, you know, do you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. But a lot of it is to do with hormones and, you know, just like so many, like, you know, things rushing around your body and so many things happening to you, and you literally can't control it. So it is a lot, like, not your fault, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you know? And you got to remember as well that your dad knows that. So, Cassie, your dad realized that, you know, your dad went through it. So, you know, he might get angry at you at the time because there's something you do or you talk back to him or some way you act. But, you know, deep down, like, he, you know, after that moment, you know, he realizes like, oh, you know, you're going through what every person goes through when they get to a certain age. So, yeah, so bear that in mind.
And then everyone was like that growing up, or if you haven't got to that stage yet, you will go a little bit crazy. All right, just it's normal.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously know that, bear that in mind, and it sounds like you kind of already realized that at this point. So don't be too big to say sorry. Like, after this situation, don't be stubborn. Don't feel, you know, it sounds like once you've calmed down, you realize that, you know, maybe what you said wasn't wrong, you know, or maybe, you know, you do disagree. Maybe you're certain that you're right and you think that your dad's being ignorant or he doesn't understand the way the world is now, whatever it is. But still, you know, you can be the bigger person. You can go back and say, sorry, I shouldn't have spoke to you like that. Obviously, we don't disagree, but, you know, like, that's fine. You know, people don't always agree. So I think in terms of being with people that you don't maybe share values or you disagree with things on, like, the way I always do it is, like, you got to see how sensitive they are. You know, there's times when, you know, someone maybe believes in something that I don't believe in, or they, you know, they think something very differently. And, like, if I hear them say it, like, I'm not going to call them out on it. You know, if someone says that, you know, I believe that every time you sleep, you're actually hovering a few inches off the bed, you can't prove otherwise. If someone says something like that and I'm like, I don't believe that, like, at first I won't say anything, but then you kind of see whether they kind of want to argue it. Because a lot of the people with like strong views, they love mentioning their views and waiting for the debate. And so you kind of, and then there's other people that just might believe something, but might be a bit sensitive about it and just not, really want to talk about it, but that's just what they believe. And so you kind of got to judge it like that. But I think in terms of just getting along with people that, aren't very similar to you, you kind of just have to be the bigger person. You just kind of, like it's generally easier to bend to their will a little bit, I guess, just for, because you're generally not going to gain anything from arguing. If someone disagrees with you, the chances of you like speaking to them and actually persuading them to see things differently and to see things your way is so slim. If someone firmly believes something, especially after an argument, because when you're in an argument, you get all heated and passionate about it. The chances of them turning around and going, actually, no, you're right. I was wrong like all of these years, the chances of that happening are so slim. Like it's kind of just not worth trying. You just got to say at some point, like, okay, that's fine. Like, you think this, like, I think that, like, that's cool. And you just got to move on, That's kind of the way to do it. And I think that's kind of what I've always done. And I've hardly got into any big arguments in my life because of that. It's kind of worked pretty well. And I know you're very good at avoiding confrontation in any way as well, Squid. So I think you probably do something quite similar to me, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, we've had to kind of, I'd say, adjust to it with being so heavily involved with social media and our lives on here. Like, there's a lot of people that are out there just to kind of get a reaction out of you, and they will do everything they can to try and get a reaction out of you. And sometimes it's better just to say nothing. Like, they want a reaction out of you, and that's what they want, and they'll do everything to get there. So you're best off just saying nothing. Just, let them get on with it. And it's the same sort of way if someone wants to argue, just let them do it. You don't have to get involved. Just kind of take a back seat, chill out. Just, they can say whatever they want. You don't have to listen. Just walk away.
I think the problem is I think for some people they see it as weak for not saying. Say if someone says something and you disagree and you don't say it, they think, oh, not even going to stand up for yourself, you're a coward or whatever. But it's much easier to argue back. It's really hard to have someone say something, you disagree, and then for you to say absolutely nothing. That takes way more restraint and is way more difficult than actually arguing back. And then I think particularly with you talking to your dad or anyone listening to this who might be talking to their parents, I think the world has changed so much so quickly. Like, remember, you've grown up in a different world to what your parent grew up in. So there's probably a lot of things where you think, God, I know so much more than my parents. They don't understand the way the world is. They don't even know how to sign in on Twitter. They still use Facebook. Who uses Facebook anymore? We're all on Pop Jam or whatever. I don't know. Like, it's like, or Snapchat, like there's a lot of stuff in the way the world is where you might feel like you know a lot more than them, but life experience is worth a lot more than that kind of knowledge. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm sure you feel that you know more about, but there's also a lot of stuff where they're gonna just know how to deal with a situation better. And anytime you know some real advice, you know exactly who the first person you're gonna go and speak to. It's the same for me. Anytime a big thing happens in my life, the first person that I go to, is my mum or dad, like it's, and that's how it is for, for a lot of people or whoever it is that raised you, or who you look up to. So, sometimes give them a little bit more credit than you might do before. And obviously I'm generalizing. I have no idea what your relationship is like with your parents, but just from me growing up, you do kind of sometimes get to a situation where you feel like you know the way the world works and you know what you want to do and you've got it all figured out. But when you grow up, you realize actually you don't know enough to know that you don't know very much. That's kind of, like a stupid person doesn't know that they're stupid because they're not smart enough to realize that they don't know enough. It's kind of a weird situation. Yeah. And so like as you get older, the more you learn, the more you realized how much you didn't actually know, while you were growing up. And that's not me saying, anyone younger than me isn't as smart. That's not what I'm saying. It's not knowledge. It's not knowing things. It's just life experience and being able to handle situations and deal with stressful situations that you probably just haven't been in, while you were growing up.
Nice. That's good. Good advice, Stamps. Good advice, mate. Very good. Have we got any others, or is that it?
I can have. I kind of just got that one, to be honest. I could have a quick peekity pop. Well, we save them for when we get back. So, Yeah, we'll have a bit of a break over Christmas, so there probably won't be a podcast up next week because we're gonna be spending time with the people we were just talking about, our families, and kind of enjoying the Christmas period, as you should as well. Is there anything on your channel we should be looking out for over Christmas?
Videos.
Oh, good idea, Squid.
Yeah.
For the holiday season only. You're going to stop releasing souffles like you normally do all year round, and instead
it's gonna
releasing
kill
videos.
Me. Can't believe it. No, there's nothing really. I mean, there's just videos, Christmassy videos, stuff like that. And then just looking forward to the next year. It's gonna be good. What about you? I know you always do something big for your Christmas videos. So what can we expect?
Yeah, so I just did, so you can probably assume there's going to be no Hit the Target this year because I just released a Hit the Target episode. And it's quite good as well because it's quite a subtle title and thumbnail, so a lot of people didn't expect it. So if you did miss that, then there was a Hit the Target video recently uploaded and people really enjoyed that. So that's already gone up, but then Christmas where I'm leaving my lovely... I'm visiting somewhere new. Well, I'm visiting somewhere outside. It's going to be good. I don't want to give away too much, but this Christmas I'm doing
Vegas?
Something I've never done on Christmas. Yeah, it's big. It's big. I'll tell you afterwards.
He's off back to Vegas.
Everyone,
right.
Stampy in Vegas, the Christmas special. Oh, dude, that'd be ridiculous.
Dear.
So yeah, there's a big special coming up, and that will be uploaded on Christmas Eve. That video. So if you want to watch that you can. Then of course the episode before that I'll be building my snowman and putting up my Christmas tree and doing my traditions. This is my 5th Christmas in my lovely world, and I've had the same traditions every time. So that's
crazy.
This is my 5-year anniversary of Christmases in my lovely world.
That's insane. That's like a 5th of your life you've done in Minecraft.
That is scary to think about.
But yeah, anyway, that is the end of this week's Magic Animal podcast. It's been a good one, mate. We've had a good catch up. We've filled you in and everything. As I said, probably won't be on next week, so we're going to be celebrating with Christmas and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll join you for the week after. We can talk about all the lovely presents and all the new things coming for the next year and the weeks ahead and stuff like that. So
yeah, we also, a quick mention, we got a Christmas building time as well. So there's going to be 2 episodes for that. One on Christmas Eve, and then one just before the New Year as well. So we'll be having another Christmas showdown.
Yay! Well, that's it for this week, guys. Hope you have enjoyed, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye!
Bye!